300. Trying to record. Okay, well anyway, in my honest opinion, I've watched both of them for a long time. I've pretty much watched them for about the same time each. I can't really just say, oh, KSI is going to win better. Just because he's got height advantage, just because Logan Paul's got height advantage and weight and reach, doesn't mean he's basically has the win in the bag. But it doesn't help the fact that KSI's put himself in a corner really with such a high thing. KSI said it's like mainly business. Well, if it was mainly business, why do you bring family and that into it? Fair enough, you're trying to incite fear into him, but how is talking about his family, his girlfriend, gonna incite fear into someone? If anything, it's just gonna incite rage into them, so you can try and get into their head. But then we've seen what Logan Paul has been like for the entire fight. We can all see what he's like. I can pretty much just say Logan Paul is a calm, level-headed person. And yeah, maybe he has fucked up in the past, but then recording a dead body and then being a sexual, someone who sexually harasses people and then willingly post it to YouTube. Fair enough, KSI, what KSI, yeah, I know I can have these comments saying, oh, what KSI did is a bit different to what Logan Paul did. Logan Paul recorded a dead guy. Yeah, but let's say if KSI called Logan Paul out, in the old state KSI was in, for filming a dead body, honestly, everyone would back Logan. A lot of people, in my opinion, are just backing KSI just because of what happened. Trust me, honestly, think to yourself, if you back KSI for winning, think to yourself, is it mainly because of what he did in the Japanese forest, or is it because of who he is, or do you actually think KSI is going to win? Because I can tell you now, if KSI keeps his ego, just like Joella did, it's not going to happen. He's not going to, because we've all seen what JJ fights like because of the fight. Unless JJ's going to improve on that by keeping his hands up a lot more. That still leaves body shots available. In a boxing match, you really can't have two spaces protected. You can have two spaces protected at once, but it's not going to have a good job done. It's pretty much, if KSI wins, Logan Paul is just going to move off. If KSI wins, Logan Paul's just going to be humiliated. He's going to be the laughing stock, just like Joella was. Well, Joella wasn't really a laughing stock, he didn't go out. As long as these two don't go out and start saying stuff like, oh, this bullshit, he was playing dirty. As long as they don't start doing that, I feel like they'll be a lot more respected in the community. KSI thinks of it as just business, but then Logan Paul thinks of it now just as more or less like actual personality now. He just doesn't like KSI now for what he's been doing, what he's saying. And I just don't want that, and I just don't want that to upset Logan and Jake so much that I don't think Jake's gonna win. That's just my honest opinion. I feel like KSI will win. Well, if KSI wins, I can understand why. Because KSI's got extra months of training on Logan. Logan's probably got around 3 months of training. And then that's still a month on Jake, if you greatly think about it. Because if Jake and Logan go up against each other, we all know who the clear winner is going to be. And then we all know who the clear winner would be against Jake and Deji. Well, it's not a clear winner because they've both come from like nothing on YouTube to like everything because of their brothers. Like if KSI didn't exist and then Logan Paul didn't exist and it was just them two, would you honestly think Jake and Deji would be fighting? I honestly wouldn't think they'd fight, just because they would have no beef technically. The only beef they probably have is if they directly called each other out. And then, but like, this may, like, you may think my mindset's all wrong. Like, you honestly cannot just say one thing anymore without offending somebody. Even if it's a hardcore Logan Paul supporter, even if it's a hardcore KSI supporter, you seem to forget this isn't going to be an easy match on either side. Because I can go up and, okay, let's say I'm a lot older, I do all this training, and I'm bigger, taller, stronger. We don't know if KSI or Logan Paul, like, honestly don't know. The only way we can honestly do it, the only way we can honestly get any truth out of the boys, even if we put them in a live test, is to honestly try and see what this is. Because if KSI's called Logan Paul and that out for like personal reasons, fair enough. KSI is going to be a lot more screwed in the battle. Because if he's going into that, if you go into any fight on motion, unless you've already got the win by playing it safe, okay, what Jake Paul has even said on True Geordie's podcast is he said, I'm going to play it tactical, he's finished, and then that's when all the anger's coming out. Then I'm like, well, you don't want to play like that, because we all know what can happen in the space of a second. Video games that do it, fights do it. I've literally seen fights where somebody's getting the absolute shit kicked out of them. Then the next second, they're coming back from it when the other guy's walking off, and then they just smashed him in the back of the head so hard he's fallen to the floor and started crying his eyes out because of it. That's how bad you can underestimate someone. So imagine on that fight, Jake Paul, the countdown starts, Jake Paul raises his hands in the air, Deji comes in front of him and just knocks him out one tap. I'm not going to say that's what's going to happen, because I know for a fact I'm not going to get a lot of support if I say that's going to happen. Or you think Jake Paul is going to lose, I don't care. I can say, I don't care. I don't want Jake Paul to win. Jake Paul is such an egotistical twat. But then so is KSI at the same time, but that's why I like KSI's videos, because he knows he does it, he knows what he's like, he knows that it makes people laugh. But then, fair enough, they've all fucked up in the past. I haven't really seen anything about Deji getting that badly criticised by anything, but then, what do I know? I don't care about Comedy Short Gamer. It is literally, anytime anyone dresses him, it's fucking KSI's little brother, man, I don't care. I couldn't care, and I don't care. Deji, if you're watching this, you can suck your mum, I don't care. And if you've got a problem, come at me, man. I'll box you next after Jake Paul. If you lose against Jake Paul, man, oh Jesus Christ, you can probably get smashed up by this kid called Alfie Evans, man. This Alfie Evans kid, man, fucking hell. He's a loser. No offense, Alfie, if you're still watching this. But this kid, he's like scoring. If you get beaten by Jake Paul, I'm pretty sure you get beaten by him. And a lot of my friends are gonna know who Alfie Evans is just because. And if you can get beaten by him, you can literally, if you can get beaten by Jake Paul, you can get beaten by him. Because we all have seen what Jake Paul's like. We can all see how Jake Paul's training. Jake Paul's a bitch. He could have come and pushed, he could have came and actually used the mature approach and actually tried to fucking hit you properly. But he slapped you. He could. So if you lose to him, then you literally are no offense, you can lose everybody that ever was. Even half your friends said you're gonna lose. And your friends can say a lot about you when someone like Jake Paul can. But I'm gonna quickly just do like, I'm gonna like react to like the diss tracks as well as this, just like say my honest. I've just gone off topic really. Okay, honestly, I feel like Logan Paul's got the advantages, but then we all know how the advantages for Joel played out. He's more athletic, and we also saw how fucking Joella didn't really take KSI seriously until the night of the boxing match, when he realised, shit, this is a serious boxing match. KSI could easily just destroy me here. And then it's at that point when Joella realised he was in trouble, when he stopped focusing on keeping his hands up. Joella came in getting ready for a fight, getting ready for an easy win, but he came out getting fucking destroyed by someone who was meant to be fat, overweight, never really done athletics, but still got destroyed. So fair enough, now that Logan Paul's never trained for a boxing match, has he? Fair enough, he's done the wrestling's gonna help and that. But wrestling, really, the only strength you really needed with wrestling was your upper body strength to try and keep people down, try and stay on top of people. So as long as KSI can avoid all of Logan's quick but heavy shots, KSI is gonna be fine. If he can just keep avoiding them until, I don't know, until Logan Paul runs out of breath. That's the only way, in my opinion, I feel like KSI can win this battle, and win this fight at all, unless for some reason KSI is going to come on some sort of steroids or something and just like absolutely penetrate Logan Paul. But then you've got to also think though, if people like KSI and that still, because I feel like this is going to be like the last boxing match if Logan Paul wins, because if Logan Paul wins, no one else is really going to pay for it. This is the biggest fighting match ever in the whole world. But then they really screwed it, because they could have made a lot more money of buying a bigger arena and then not making, because trust me, no one's gonna really buy it, because everyone's just gonna leak it all over YouTube and everything, the whole fight and that. Like, yeah, screw it, pay-per-view. Oh, and if you put them, how often do you see videos getting taken down? Fair enough, the KSI and Logan Paul one cost a lot more to do, but I'm pretty sure Logan Paul, I know like half the stuff goes to charity anyway, like most of the money goes to charity. But then, if you're gonna pay for something, don't try and make your fans pay for it as well, because that's not how an event works. Because trust me, that's not how every fan event works. Because I don't care really, but then if you get pay-per-view you can see more, yeah, but someone can easily just screen record the whole fucking thing and stick it on YouTube. And then you could watch it for free. That's what people don't get. You can get, it's not hard to find videos that you're meant to pay for on YouTube. People upload YouTube Red videos all the time. They re-upload them all the time. It's not a hard thing to do. And then you're like, boo-hoo, I can't watch it. Then really you can. Just go somewhere else. Do something with your life. It's a boxing match, boys. You don't need to go making diss tracks. That trend died out over a year ago. And it doesn't matter. I don't care if you make the best diss track in the world, the best ever ones, and you keep doing it back and forth for the next year. I couldn't care. I'll still watch them, but after a while, diss tracks get repetitive. Because even KSI said he could have done it, but they could have done it back and forward for ages, and it wouldn't have got anywhere. KSI should have just grown up after he had his first boxing match. Well, anyway, I honestly don't care if KSI or Logan Paul wins. I want them both to win. Like, I'm gonna say this now. They'll be like, oh, they both can't win, but they easily both could. They could easily both just smack the shit out of each other until they're both knocked out and on the floor. But then they'd probably have to go around like another round. But then I doubt very much Logan Paul or KSI are gonna be up for another round if they both sparked each other up. Because trust me, fair enough, Logan Paul and KSI could have arguments and arguments for the next fucking 2 years. Still not going to resolve anything. This KSI says it's all business. Logan Paul's taking it a bit more differently. There's going to be a lot more. Logan Paul's taking a lot more actions towards this. So I'm not going to be surprised if KSI walks out the ring defeated on that day. I will not be surprised. I'm not underestimating Logan here. I'm not underestimating KSI either. But then at the same time, I am underestimating Logan Paul a tiny bit. Just in the fact that KSI's had the boxing experience, he knows what it's like. Because we all seem to forget, oh yeah, Logan Paul, he's bullshit, he's a dickhead. You seem to forget, this is a bigger thing. KSI can still easily crumble under pressure, but then so can Logan Paul. I don't think it was just KSI saying all this stuff to Logan and made him walk out the ring. I have a sneaky feeling it was everyone screaming everything. Because would you like to be booed when you walk onto stage? 1,000 people. You wouldn't like it. But then would you also like the fact that someone's encouraging fans to call your girlfriend a hoe? And also another thing KSI screwed himself over with, because he's not pretty good at maths. I heard you've only got 85% of your testicle. I'm pretty much going to quote exactly what he said. Let me give her the other 15. Pretty much just saying you only have 15% of the testicle, Jojo. Maybe you should stop getting carry on your dick. And start getting carry on. And then start reading a book or two. Because no one wants to hear your illiterate math skills anymore. Okay? Okay? You understand? Good. And plus, Logan Paul, if you're watching this, shut the fuck up. No, like, honestly, I like you, I like your channel, I fucking love you, I love you both, but if you're gonna both make diss tracks, which honestly, the lyrics aren't even good in both of them. They're honestly, fair enough, they both got good wordplay. But the best thing in KSI's diss track, with the most insults, came from the video. But how the fuck is a blind person meant to see the video? To anything, a blind person, your diss tracks are bullshit. Because a blind person's not gonna care, are they? Because honestly, if you were blind, would you care about a diss track? No. Especially if the diss track consisted mainly insults in the video. Because you're gonna be pretty upset after you can't even watch the video if you're blind. Because someone can describe it to you, but then, oh, KSI has like someone who looks like Logan Paul's dad to follow the girl who looks like he kissed in Jake Paul's vlogs into a room by like being pulled by his erection. You can say that to someone. It's not really an insult, is it? But then you can also say something like, but then seeing it is a bit different. Fair enough, they both got good lyrics, but then KSI, like, for the whole diss track goes on about how his preps are Gucci, how he's coming for Logan. But then at least in Logan Paul's, he actually is like trying to like say KSI's gonna lose everything. And I actually quite like Logan Paul, so I'm just gonna put like every single diss track on right now so you guys can like actually hear me. Was the On Point one by KSI. Yeah, so pretty much it's just insulting him with like the video before the music video even starts. just doesn't make sense in my opinion, because they're both making diss tracks when they really should be training and training and training, trying not to get the shit kicked out of each other. Oh, and if KSI wins, I'm gonna be surprised. I doubt KSI will win just because his ego's too big. His head's like too inflated because of his ego. Everything's on point, yeah. The fact that you're gonna get your head kicked in. He literally goes on about. He just goes on about talking about how he lives, that he's rich and everything, and that like if he loses, at least he's come out better than Logan Paul. Well, if you get beaten by Logan Paul, it's gonna look pretty bad for you, JJ. No offense. Pretty much, that's just boring to be fair, so let's go on. Deji, in my opinion, Deji's this, like some of Deji's this track is better. Cause like, the thing is boring, this track is boring though. Like I honestly just want KSI to kick the shit and get kicked the shit out of. Nah, bruv, Logan is shit and KSI is much better than Logan. No sides taken, but KSI is gonna win. No, he's not though. No, he's really not a win, because if KSI wins, do you know how inflated he's gonna be? Someone's gonna start a tiny bit of beef with him again, and then he's gonna go on a massive another diss track, trying to get fights up. I know that Logan diss is better, but KSI is gonna win. Well, not necessarily win. We still got 2 days. KSI could easily have an accident. Quotation marks about have. He could pull out. They could easily pull out. They could both. Anything could go wrong right now. Oh, and you forget. But Jake is gonna win. No, Jake is not gonna win against Deji. Deji will win against Jake. And if Deji loses against Jake, Jesus Christ, I'll call Deji out. No, boys, if Deji loses, I'm calling Deji out, yeah? Guys, remind me, if Deji loses, to call him out, yeah? Because I will call Deji out and I will scrap the little shit to him. I will literally fight him. I want Deji to win, but then I want Logan Paul and Deji to win, just because KSI seems to forget Logan Paul is a better YouTuber than him, just in the fact that Logan Paul's, he's like, oh, you have to delete, you might want to delete these videos too, yeah, you might want to, and then KSI, you might want to delete like most of your channel, seeing as in most videos you reference, you can be a sexual harasser, causing harassment to girls. You're not funny, you're not hilarious, you're just a sad little deluded person who needs to grow up. But then honestly, if KSI wins, I can see why he would win, because of the extra training than Logan Paul. But Logan Paul's just more athletic, more fit than KSI has been. But then, if KSI loses, I know why, and I can understand why. Okay, KSI has more subs. One second. Logan Paul. $18 million. 138,210. KSI. Yeah, actually, KSI has more subs, but that's because of both fights, to be fair. If he didn't do both, but KSI doesn't bring in his views. KSI brings in 4 million views on videos. Logan Paul brings in 7 million like on average 8 million views a vid, compared to KSI's 3-4 million. And then KSI's this is worse. The video is the only thing good about it. But it's more or less the point that KSI wins, I understand why. Logan Paul wins, I can understand the reason why for definite. It's more or less the fact that KSI could be in Logan Paul's head for being so confident. But then we all seem to forget Logan Paul can pull it out the bag. He came back from the Chinese forest. And he's changed. The reason he walked out, I'm going to even say, I understand why Logan Paul walked out the thing. Because who would like to have 20 to 30,000 people screaming at you because they hate you? And then they all chat shit about your girlfriend? It's not really a nice thing to do. I don't think anyone will like it. It's more or less a fact that Deji loses, I'm calling Deji out. KSI wins, I'm going to be very disappointed in Logan. Just because Logan Paul is stronger. But then I can understand why either of them will win, because they're both actually good people, they're both good YouTubers, they're both good fighters, they're both good athletes. Fair enough, Logan Paul is fitter, he's stronger. Well, we don't know if he's stronger, I keep saying that, but we honestly don't know. Well, let's be real now, KSI saved Logan Paul's career, but then... But KSI wasn't even popular before the fighting, so Joella saved KSI's career by getting into all the arguments with him. The only reason KSI got more popularity is because of the diss tracks. Then when diss tracks moved out, he had to move on towards other people. He moved on towards people like... He moved on to fighting, because fighting, because of the Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. And we also what happened to Conor McGregor because he was too confident. We also what happened to Joella because he was too confident. And history repeats itself. Fair enough, Logan Paul was confident in the first press conference, but then he even caught himself up and said, what the fuck am I doing? But, Owen, I can see where you're coming from that KSI will win, yeah. KSI's got more training. And then... Deji is going to win, just because Jake Paul could have come up to him, shook his hand, said fuck off. Could have punched him. but then chose to slap him. Honestly, I don't think I've ever had anyone run up to me and try and slap me because they don't like me and they're angry with me. Fair enough, Dad, you came in screaming, "What's up, bitch?" and everything, but like, that's like me going into a like. Well, anyway, honestly, if KSI wins, fair enough, I understand. Logan Paul wins, fair enough, I understand. They're both incredibly good athletes. They're both incredibly good people. Both incredibly good idea. Logan Paul only said fight. Oh, and everyone had their mind off the Japan video for you. Like, oh, and the Japan video happened 7 months ago. That's literally like 7 years ago on YouTube terms. We're not back in 2015 anymore. If someone was to do that in 2015 or back at the start of YouTube, no one would care. Like, honestly, no one would care. But it's because everyone's so hyperactive and oversensitive now. Oh, everyone's so hypersensitive. I could make a live stream. If someone that was so sensitive came and watched saw my titles in my live stream, they'd be like, they'd probably try and flag the video. They'd probably go straight to YouTube and say, "Oh, get the video taken down. We don't feel comfortable or something. We feel hurt by it." But then, because of this fight, no one wants to bitch about the fight. Everyone just wants to bitch about the people in the fight and what they're like. If you're gonna bitch about a fight, bitch about the fight. Don't bitch about people in the fight. Because if you're gonna bitch about people in the fight, you take over the fight and be in the fight. Be an egotistical twat. It would be like me saying to Logan Paul, "Oh, I'll smash you up," and then I don't even show up on the day we're meant to fight. Fair enough to KSI, he called Logan out. So if KSI pulls out of the fight, it's just gonna speculate, "Oh, KSI is just pussy. He knew he was gonna lose the whole time. He just wanted to waste people's time." KSI almost forgot to call Logan Paul out. Well, the pause out. If True Jody wasn't there, this fight probably wouldn't be going on on August 25th. It'd be going on days later. It'd be going on weeks later. He wouldn't have called Logan Paul out for a good couple of weeks until he remembered. And I feel like the only reason True Jody actually reminded KSI is because he doesn't like Logan Paul himself. I've seen the video that True Jody doesn't like Logan Paul. I've seen all the videos. And you're really not going to upset someone, are you? By saying, "Oh, I don't like you, you're a dickhead, man." That's like me going up to a 5-year-old and calling them a toddler. It's not going to insult them, is it? If anything, they might cry. And then, it's like, but then KSI's a sex offender. Logan Paul recorded someone in Logan Paul recorded a dead body. Wow, cool. It's like me though saying, "Oh, KSI sucks because he's a man." If KSI was a woman, everyone would subscribe to him. No, they wouldn't. It just doesn't make sense to him. The fact that everyone's only got, but the only reason people are backing KSI more than anything is because KSI keeps bringing up the forest, and so does Deji. Everyone brings back up the forest when Logan Paul starts getting popular again to try and shrink his popularity, to make sure no one wants to actually be there and follow him. Pause, Logan. Pause. Fucking no one cares, Owen. Owen, do I sound like I care? Owen, do I sound like I care? do I care? No, I don't. But if, let's say a different YouTuber was to try, let's say he called out a different YouTuber, someone who wasn't so stubborn like Logan Paul. We can all tell what the thing would be. We can all tell the fact that Logan Paul would probably sit there, watch the fight. If KSI would call out Jake and they would fight, I would even say Deji would probably fight Logan Paul, and then Deji would definitely lose, and then Jake would definitely lose. If the fights were the other way around, if Deji was called out by Jake and then Logan Paul was called out by Logan, the fights would be a bit different. But if KSI loses, he's gonna lose his reputation in the fighting ring. He's gonna lose everything in that fight. He has so much respect with those people. There's so much respect among the fighting. Like, he doesn't have all the respect in the world. He has quite a lot of respect now because he doesn't have the best respect or the best like reputation. He doesn't have like the best rep just because it was an easy fight. Joella choked, and if Joella wasn't to choke in that fight, Joella would have probably won. I'm not saying Joella would have definitely won, but I'm just saying Joella would have had a higher chance of winning the fight, would have had a better chance of winning if he didn't choke, under the pressure of everyone booing him. And True Geordie didn't really help with the fact that he let KSI go on for 5 minutes and 27 seconds. Yes, Logan Paul did time it. I have seen the video. If True Geordie was to actually just let Logan Paul talk, yeah, fair enough, Logan Paul could have got up and said something. But he's not going to interrupt him, is he? Because True Geordie probably would have just said, sit down. Pretty much what anyone would have done in that situation. Logan Paul is going to lose, just deal with it. Oh, and I'm saying this now. If Logan Paul loses, I understand why. But then if KSI loses, I'm going to be a bit more happy. Because what KSI has said is not right. What Logan Paul has said is acceptable on the fact that Logan Paul even reached out to JJ saying, we are not bringing in your sexual harassment things, like your sexual harassment videos, your sexual harassment you've done, because we don't think it's a very fair thing to do. So if you could refrain from using the suicide trial risk, or adding people in, that doesn't matter. Because when has Logan Paul ever used family? When has Logan Paul ever used anything except on his diss track now because of what JJ has said? Honestly, JJ thinks of it as business. Logan Paul's thinking a bit more personally. That's why he reached out to KSI saying, just don't use this, don't use that, because it's just gonna cause more problems than needed. Because KSI, oh yeah, KSI's gonna win, No, he's not. You don't know that. KSI's got this in the bag. No, he does not. All it takes is one lucky shot from anybody and you could knock someone out. I could walk up to fucking Dead, you punch him in the temple, and then I could knock him out. All it takes is for Jake or Logan to hit Deji or KSI in just a certain way, and Deji or Logan is going down. Deji, Logan, KSI, if they get hit in the correct place, they're both going down. They're both gonna get knocked out. All it takes is someone to get hit in the wrong place, and then they're gonna go down. They're gonna lose the fight. Jared, how do you know he's not gonna win? I didn't say I don't know he's gonna win. I'm just saying no one knows if he's actually gonna win. No one knows if he's gonna. You can't say he's gonna win just because of the Joella fight, you can't just say Logan Paul's gonna win because he's a better athlete. You can't say he's gonna win. You cannot say it, or you can't just say he's gonna lose. But if you say he's gonna lose, you're gonna get serious backlash. And you also can't just say, oh, he will definitely win, because if you say that, it gets to his head, and then he's just not gonna try as hard. And then, because if everyone was saying to Logan, oh, you're gonna win this, you're gonna win this, Logan Paul wouldn't take it as seriously. That's why KSI would probably win a lot more. But then if KSI was, because KSI called Logan out, KSI's got to train a lot more harder to try and keep the fact that Logan Paul, if Logan Paul wins, KSI's wreck's going away, he's not going to be the champion anymore. Logan Paul's going to have a win under his belt now. It's just going to be another added win to the Hall of Wins for Logan. But getting Logan Paul, Dally's fucking no idea. Nah, KSI's gonna win. I'm gonna say now, KSI will not win, just because I'm calling it. I don't care who wins. Good. I don't care if they both win. They can both knock each other out on the first round. I don't care. They can both. One of them can pull out. It's still fair game. There's still 2 days left. There's like a day and a half left, pretty much, until Logan Paul and the fight even happens. So I hate it now, the fact that everyone's like, because the boys are gonna have to train a lot more harder today and tomorrow. Because today and tomorrow is gonna be the last days they can actually train without not being able to fight properly. Because after today, after they've had the fight, well, not after today, they've only got 1 full day of training available. And then on Saturday, the fight goes down. So it just really depends who's got the most. It matters about stamina. It greatly depends who's got more stamina. You're speaking bull, not gonna lie. Well, Owen, learn English, yeah? L-I-R isn't a word. That's lady. But I know what you mean. But KSI could easily win, yeah, because he's had the experience. But then Logan Paul could easily win. If Logan Paul's got more stamina and can keep his breath longer than KSI will start to get weaker, especially if Logan Paul does what KSI did and go for body shots, then headshots, then body shots, headshots, body shots, body shots, headshots. If Logan Paul can just keep that rhythm going between headshots and body shots and headshots and body shots, KSI has a higher chance of losing, unless KSI and Logan Paul both come in with the same game plan. Do body shots, do body shots. But if they both go in doing body shots, who's to say that it's gonna even end in one of them winning? Because they're both saying they're gonna knock each other out, but what happens if they don't knock each other out? What happens if KSI runs out of breath, and then so does Logan, and they both just tire themselves out so much, they just both pass out? Because that's a very high possibility if you greatly think about it. They could easily just tire themselves out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I've got 2 more. They've still got both. There's still like 2 days left of the fight, Owen. It'd be a tie. Yeah, Owen, I know what a fucking tie is, man. I'm not retarded. But if it is a tie, it's gonna be a lot easier. They're gonna have to do another round, or they're just gonna have to leave it as it is and then just don't touch the subject again, which I doubt either of them are gonna do. I just doubt either of them are just actually gonna do that, because it's Logan Paul and KSI, for God's sake. You're sure you're not retarded? Owen. Fucking, you can't even spell lie correctly, man. And yes, I'm sure I'm not retarded, but it's more or less the fact that, let's say KSI wins, and then his ego's just gonna get even bigger. The fact that he's just beaten someone who's bigger than him again. Let's say he beats Logan, and then his ego gets worse, and his ego gets even more inflated. But trust me, if his ego gets even more inflated, no one's gonna want anything to do with him. Because I'm surprised the Cybermen still have him in the house, because he's so conscientious. I'm sorry, I'm gonna fucking say. He's so worried about keeping his title. He acts all hard in his videos, but then off camera he's probably all fucking soft and calm and relaxed. Or he's probably just shitting himself. Because trust me, he probably is just shitting himself. Probably turns off the camera after making his videos and shits himself. Let's say Logan wins, YouTube is gonna blow up. Let's say KSI wins, the internet is gonna blow up. Think about it. No, YouTube will blow up if KSI wins, because it's another win for KSI under his belt. He's a 2-time champion in the biggest fight. If Logan Paul wins, means he's come back from the forest, he's come back from the tasing the rats, he's come back from every single controversy he's had, he's come back from everything, and then pulled through and pulled through and pulled through and pulled through until he's won. But then if KSI wins, it's literally just another win for him. But then Logan Paul wins, he's just fucked JJ over. And if JJ asks for a rematch, we can all just tell JJ's a little pussy boy. If JJ chokes, I won't be surprised. If JJ chokes under the fact that he's lost, I won't be surprised. 4, 8, 12. I will not be surprised if JJ goes and chokes and then dies because of it. Fair enough that JJ can easily win. But then JJ can easily just only go for body shots and leave his head open all the time. And then and if Logan Paul takes advantage of headshots, well, KSI is trying to go for body shots. All KSI's got to do is either start protecting head and his body at the same time while going for jabs and uppercuts, while Logan Paul is trying to go for headshots. Because trust me, if you get hit in the jaw or in the temple, you're not going to think straight. Or if you get uppercutted, you're not going to think straight to keep blocking and that. So if Logan Paul gets his block down, he's just going to keep punching and punching and punching and punching and punching and punching. The more hands Logan Paul throws earlier in the rounds, the more pain KSI is going to have in, so the less air he's going to have so he can move around. Plus KSI may be fast or may be strong, but at the same time he'd also just be but then Logan Paul is fast, he hits hard, he's fast on his feet. It's all about stamina really at the end of the game, because they're both going to tire each other out, because they're both big, they're both strong. So it's at the end of the match whoever has more stamina and whoever has more oxygen left in them and whoever's got the harder hits. Because if someone's got a harder hit and the other person gets winded, if you wind someone twice, you cannot breathe. Trust me, I've been winded twice. I've hit my back of someone while I've literally fallen off something probably the size of like a house and then landed on my back. Well, like not a house, but like half a house. I've fallen off a wall that high, landed on my back and have been able to breathe. Then gone to climb back up, and then I've fallen again and all my stomach just pretty much just went bang. Like I could not breathe at all. I had to sit down. I just could not breathe at all. I couldn't breathe at all. So if KSI can win Logan Paul twice, Logan Paul's big. So unless Logan Paul's going to put a lot of effort in on big massive swings to put JJ on his arse, KSI will win. If KSI, but if, that's if, but then if Logan Paul can turn around and then pull out the bag and then win JJ and then just keep pounding and 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 pounding shots into him, he's gonna win. He will win. But guys, I'm honestly just gonna say I feel like Logan Paul will win just because he's the bigger person. He's more he's got confidence with him, but then so does JJ. But that's not what I mean by confidence. Like, he's not showboating about anything. So, see you guys later.